They started in Los Angeles, and now the anti-ICE protests have moved to more major cities across the United States. President Donald Trump saying he wants to restore law and order, but many state and local officials argue demonstrators are following the law. We bring in CNN's Maribel Gonzalez joining from L.A. Maribel, can you break down the latest with these demonstrations?
Yeah, good morning from LA, Melanie. Well, we know that there is a curfew now in place for certain pockets of downtown Los Angeles area. That is where these protests have been concentrated. That curfew in effect as a response to the looting and the acts of violence that we have seen over the last few days. That curfew affecting this area that we're standing in right in front of. This morning, I can tell you that it's been very calm. We haven't seen any demonstrators. What we have seen is continued patrol of the area. Los Angeles police making their rounds since very early this morning. And outside of this now defaced detention center, you can see lots of National Guard members on standby. They've been here around the clock guarding this property.
Thousands are taking to the streets across the country to protest immigration and customs enforcement. The epicenter is in Los Angeles. City officials say the vast majority of demonstrators here are following the law.
When these peaceful rallies end and the protesters head home, another element moves in.
Officials say more than 20 LA businesses have been looted, and a small part of the city had a curfew Tuesday night.
I would appeal to the president to stop the ICE raids so that we can have stability in our city.
National Guard members are in LA against the governor's wishes. A U.S. official says hundreds of Marines the president mobilized have been briefed on rules for use of force on American soil.
We do not want our streets militarized by our own armed forces, not in LA, not in California, not anywhere.
Other demonstrations have been in Washington, Boston, Atlanta, Denver, Milwaukee, San Francisco, New York, Chicago, and more. The White House says undocumented immigrants broke the law by entering the U.S. illegally. Demonstrators say ICE shouldn't go after those who are otherwise law-abiding.
All right, Maribel, you mentioned downtown L.A. currently under this curfew. How rare is this, and do you have any idea how long this could potentially last?
Yeah, Melanie, it is extremely rare, not just for Los Angeles, but really across the cities and nationwide. This curfew we haven't seen implemented in Los Angeles since the COVID time, since the protests in response to the George Floyd death. But we know that this curfew will be in place at least for the foreseeable few days, and as needed. That is according to the Los Angeles mayor, Karen Bass.
Maribel Gonzalez, appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining.